Blessed day, everybody. So the topics I want to talk about in this video: principal charged with molesting his own daughter, new curfew rules implemented by Prime Minister M0LE, and Jamaicans are worried about the 62 deportees spreading the COVID-19 in the country. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the principal who charged with molestation. So the article says, principal charged with sexual assault of daughter. The principal of an Eastern St. Andrew school is now on bail after he was charged recently for the alleged sexual abuse of his teenage daughter. The police confirmed that the principal was arrested and charged by detectives from the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse on March 10th. Head of CISOCA, Senior Superintendent of Police Shamin Shan, confirmed that the principal was charged with cruelty to a child and grievous sexual assault. The accused is scheduled to reappear in court on Friday, April 24, 2020. The Gleaner has not published the principal's name to protect the identity of the minor. The teen victim allegedly reported the matter to the guidance department at her high school, which subsequently sought the intervention of the police. It was not ascertained whether the abuse was a one-off instance or occurrence over a period. The child is now in a state care, the Child Protection and Family Services Agency said. A representative from the Ministry of Education said that it was unaware of the incident and could not comment at this time. Schools have been on a break because of the new coronavirus outbreak. There were approximately 15,000 cases of sexual and other abuse referred to the CPFSA in 2018 alone. This represented an 8.5% rise on the 13,820 reports made in 2017. So yes, people, I find this very disturbing, to be honest. And it's not even like say it's a regular girl, or a regular school girl, I'm own daughter, even though all of this is alleged because of female against fair word. Because obviously I'm going to say I'm never do it and rate and them thing there. But to be honest, who you think them are going to believe? Them are going to more believe the data, and them obviously are going to investigate him. You see what I say, people? And for him be a principal, I know enough people would have want to know which school that, so them not send them pitney go there, you see me? But you don't know, so them not going to disclose that information. If you don't even know, probably somebody a pinch and tell which school and them thing there. But the articles them can't actually publish them thing there. Them have to try, for protect the data, as them say, and also maybe for protect the reputation of the school, you see me? But either way, it's very sad and it's gross, disgusting. And, me can't understand where a man find it in him heart for do something like that. And one thing me have to say still, people, I'm glad same daughter find the courage in her heart for actually speak out on something like this. Because a whole heap of father do them things to them daughter, whole heap of stranger, whole heap of them little situation here. As on hear me read the article, how much cases of this thing are happen in a Jamaica, you understand, it's almost like every other day some child get molested and thing. And it's a damn shame. That's why the good parents them, me encourage to talk to kids. If the kids are go through certain things, make them can come to Because sometimes you can't even have a teacher come over and them try to do certain things to your youth, you see me? So encourage your youth to talk to you about everything. Don't make them afraid of you. But leave in the comments and let me know what you think about this. And people, this is one story me definitely go follow up, you see me? Any update on this more make you know what go on. Anyway, I'm going to move on to the next story now. New restrictive island-wide curfew starts Wednesday. Jamaicans will be placed under a more restrictive island-wide curfew as of Wednesday evening. Prime Minister M0LE announced the tightening of the curfew hours during a press conference from Jamaica House on Monday as the government ramps up effort to contain the outbreak of the coronavirus on the island. Commencing Wednesday, the new 12-hour curfew, which will be placed for 14 days, will run from 6 o'clock each evening until 6 o'clock the following morning. Holness also announced that work hours will be restricted to 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily as the administration moves to limit the amount of time persons spend in public spaces. He said travel time will be from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Additionally, the Prime Minister said the state-run Jamaica Urban Transit Company and operators of registered public passengers vehicle being used as taxis will be allowed on the road between 5 a.m. and 7 p.m. However, they must not have any passengers in their vehicles between 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. and between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. That is their transportation time back to their homes, Holness said. We are asking, therefore, that all workplaces make the necessary adjustments adjustments, the Prime Minister said. With the new hours, supermarkets, pharmacies and corner shops must close at 5 p.m. Markets will be allowed to operate from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. except on Sundays when they will remain closed. Additionally, the government has made it mandatory for all Jamaicans to wear a mask in the public spaces, including on public transportation. So yes, people, it is now mandatory for you to wear a mask. And to be honest, I know a lot of persons now can get masks because they don't like it sell on shelf where you can go buy it and thing. But you have a whole lot of people out there where sell masks now. And to be honest, I don't really know if the quality is good on them. You see me? I don't know if the virus can go through certain type of material. I'm not a scientist, I don't know, you understand, people? But you have to be careful, because if somebody go stitch up one little thin piece of something and give you wear it as a mask, then I'm not sure if that'll protect you in the way how you need to be protected, you see me? And yesterday we see a big jump in the coronavirus cases in Jamaica. It was at 196, I believe, and now it's gone at 223. So people, protect on yourself. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to move right on to the next topic. COVID-19 concerns linger as deportees set to arrive in Jamaica. The 62 Jamaicans who are being deported from the United States are set to be placed in a government quarantine facility after they arrive in the island this Tuesday. The assurance has been given by the government, which has continued to face criticism over the deportees being allowed to return home while the country's borders are closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Prime Minister M0LE announced Monday that the closure of the borders will continue until May the 31st. However, he said there will be controlled re-entry of Jamaican nationals during the period. Foreign Affairs and Foreign Affairs Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith, who was addressing the same Jamaica House press conference as M0LE, said hundreds of Jamaicans who are crew members aboard cruise ships are waiting to return home. But she said it was a difficult process as the world continues to battle the coronavirus pandemic. The parliamentary opposition had urged the government to pressure the Donald Trump administration to hold off the deportations in order not to overwhelm the local health system, which is now dealing with a spike in COVID-19 cases. As of Monday, the number of confirmed cases of the coronavirus had jumped to 223 with 6 deaths. Concerns about the deportation were also raised with the Guatemalan government. Disclosed that many of the persons who were sent back to that country had tested positive for coronavirus. Just 2 days ago, the New York Times reported that in the scramble to contain the spread of the COVID-19 in the United States, the Trump administration has been pushing forward with its aggressive immigration enforcement agenda, deporting thousands of people to their home countries, including who are sick with the virus. The report said that even with restrictions on the flight into the United States to prevent transfer of the coronavirus, a significant number of deportations are still being conducted. It said that in March, the U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement completed 7,965 removals. According to the agency records, total deportations have declined so far in April. However, 2,985 removals of foreign nationals from all countries. The 62 Jamaicans are set to add to the count. Both the Jamaican government and the United States Embassy in Kingston have sought to assure the deportees will not pose a health risk. The Ministry of National Security has indicated that it has put measures in place to facilitate the safe return and accommodation of the deportees, who are called involuntary return migrants. Upon arrival, the IMR will be quarantined for 2 weeks in a secure government facility where they will be processed by the relevant authorities. The Ministry of Health and Wellness recently conducted sensitization sessions with staff at the facility detailing potential health risk of COVID-19 and how to detect and report signs of the virus. The ministry said in a statement last Wednesday, it said that while under quarantine, IRMs will be screened twice daily by medical officers assigned by the MOHW. At the end of the quarantine period, IRM who are cleared by health official will be released to family members. The ministry said it understands the public concerns regarding the repatriation of fellow Jamaicans to the country during this time. However, we continue to be guided by our health officials and security forces to uphold best practices during the COVID-19 pandemic, it assured. According to the embassy, while ICE continues its removal operations during the COVID-19 pandemic. The health, safety and well-being of detainees in ICE custody are among the U.S. government's highest priorities. It should be noted that the United States has taken and continue to take important steps to safeguard the health and safety of those in its custody, including during removal operations. As such, ICE does not remove aliens who are not fit for travel, including any detainee confirmed or suspected of having COVID-19, said the embassy in a release last Wednesday. It said that at least 12 hours before detainees depart their current location to the ICE Air Operations flight line, they are screened for elevated temperatures or other symptoms. Moreover, a final temperature check of each detainee is conducted at the flight line prior to boarding removal flights in accordance with Centers for Disease Control and Prevention guidelines. Any ICE detainee who fails to pass screening by a flight medical provider and are suspected of having a health condition potentially contagious to other detainees, staff and or third parties will be denied boarding and referred to an ICE-approved facility for further screening and evaluation, the embassy said. It is not known whether this level of screening was in place before the Guatemalans were removed, as dozens of them reportedly later tested positive for COVID-19. So yes, people, we just hope say all of these Jamaicans will come back today. You understand, them not test positive for COVID-19. But you don't know, so I respect the Minister of Health and Wellness, Christopher Tufton. Feel like he might do an excellent job. And regardless of the numbers, them spiking up to 223, I still have to big him up and I still have to big up M0LE. You understand, people? I mean, all the people now cooperate, and if you now work with the government, then that's exactly how it will spread. You understand? We see every day all the people do some foolish things out there, like them not love them life. You see my people? But I understand the concerns and all those things. I mean, me have concerns as well. And one of my thing is that I hope the deportees do not come out here and do no mischief and do certain things. That is just my main concern, you see me? But leave in the comments and make me know anything about these people. Do you think that the government should have tried to block these deportees from coming in, like what some people are say? You know, a lot of persons are say, yo, try to hold it off as much as possible and thing. But you have to remember, say, Donald Trump and his team, you know, them are try clean up for them country. And I mean, I don't think the Jamaica government can actually block out people who actually born in a Jamaica then. You see me, them have to accept them and I just saw the thing go. So people now have to just get used to deportees coming back to Jamaica, and who to tell in the future when they might see even more. You see me, because we see some come from UK, now we see US, maybe another month, them send off some more. We have to just watch and see people, but boy, I just hope so them not come out here come do no foolishness. That's all me I ask for. But leave in the comments and let me know what you think about this. Stay safe until I drop the next video. I'm out.